Ever wondered what it's like living in the lap of luxury? One thing is for sure, it's not all as glitz and glam as it may seem. Fame and wealth also come with a price. Constantly being followed around by paparazzi, having your home staked out, and the occasional unstable stalker. Due to these complications, lengthy measures are taken for the protection of all involved. These homeowners go above and beyond to fortify their luxurious homes with all the technologies possible. You will undoubtedly not be allowed inside unless you have been given the green light from somewhere higher up. That being said, let us take a long look at the 10 most heavily guarded homes. And, as always, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and smash the like button. Number 10. Ryongsong Residence. Ryongsong Residence, known by locals as Century Luxury Mansion, is a presidential palace in North Korea and the main residence of leader Kim Jong-un. The residence is located in the Ryongsong district in northern Pyongyang. Kim Jong-un has done everything to make his home the most secure place on Earth. It has an electric fence and minefields around the borders, in addition with the armed forces. In addition to that, the walls are guarded with iron rods, with lead-covered concrete which can withstand a nuclear blast. It is connected to other royal residences such as Changyung House or Residence Number 26 through secret underground tunnels in case of an escape. Moreover, even if the intruder passes the gates and guards, he will be subjected to certain painful chemical substances in the air that are released when the alarm goes off. Number 9. The Zombie Bunker. This safe house is made to be the world's most secure home. With movable concrete walls that seal shut, making the safe house impregnable, it's little mystery where people are going to seek refuge when a zombie apocalypse happens. The 6,100 square foot safe house is encapsulated in concrete walls. The walls can be configured to the owner's desire, and once safe inside, only a security code can open the home that also has an inner safety zone. The reason this private home is an architectural feat is that every part of it moves. The concrete walls, inner walls, shutters, and aluminum entrance gate. Being so large, one might wonder how these huge panels of concrete are moved. It's all remote controlled, baby. Number 8. Fairfield Estate. Billionaire Ira Rennert undoubtedly has a penchant for art, and his collection reportedly tops $500 million. To protect his art pieces and his other costly possessions, his 63-acre estate in the Hamptons has a top-of-the-line security system that makes it one of the most secure homes in America. The compound, Fairfield Estate, has its own power plant that provides all of the energy needed to ensure his security system is able to keep going at all times. The property is so huge that it's been called the house that ate the Hamptons. It contains a 66,000 square foot main house and buildings that total more than 110,000 square feet, making it one of the largest residential compounds and the most valuable homes in the U.S. The gate around the property is enormous, one of the most high-tech gates that one can get, and is practically impenetrable. Number 7. The CORBI family. Located in the Hollywood Hills of California, the CORBI family residents are known for their expensive security, and according to Forbes, they live in a fortress of protection. No need to fear those rough California earthquakes. The house structure has reinforced steel concrete that goes 30 feet deep underground. This home is locked down so tightly that sensors sound an alarm when a trespasser is over a mile away from the property. Biometric recognition software guides the residents of the house. The CORBIs have a panic room that is the size of a typical American home, around 2,500 square feet. The CORBI family rests easily at night in their protective fortress of a home. The housemates can live up to 6 months underground as they have enough supply of food. They can directly call the cops in case of any trouble with just a few buttons. Number 6. Bill Gates. I mean, how can one of the fathers of technology not be expected to make the list? A tech guy is definitely one whom you would expect to have a high-security, high-tech house. Hence, I present to you Bill Gates, the epitome of a tech guy. Needless to say, he has emptied his pockets for extra security. From a mile away, the heat detector plastered across the sprawling lands of his mansion will alert the residents of any intruder. In addition to that, the entire house is installed with top-of-the-line cameras. Every invited guest has to wear functional pins which control the thermostat and other electrical equipment in the house. As though all the other precautions weren't enough, Bill Gates knocked on nature's door to provide privacy by planting multiple rows of trees around his mansion to act as a paparazzi shield. Number 5. The Kardashians. Kim Kardashian's Paris robbery shook the worlds of her families, along with the rest of the digital world. It gave Kim some serious concerns about their security and whether she needed to reinforce some dire boundaries into her life and that of her family's. She fired her former bodyguard, Pascal Duvier, and hired a new team of bodyguards after performing thorough and relentless background checks. The security check to enter their house itself is one of the best in the country. You will not be allowed inside without an invite, no matter how much of a ruckus you cause. And once that has been established, you will be patted down multiple times to ensure no dangerous items are being carried into the mansion. For the sake of secrecy, Kim and Kanye created a rule of never posting pictures of their $16 million mansion on social media. She now commutes in multiple cars to fool the attackers. According to reports, they even have a safe room in their mansion for menacing incidents. Number 4. The White House. You undoubtedly must have expected this, right? Obama was the most heavily guarded president in the world. To make this happen, several measures had to be taken which led to security around the White House being tightened. Just like some privileged people have all-day servers at their houses, the White House has a special agent present at all times who personally manages the entry and exit of every single person. They have restricted airspace to prevent any helicopter or private jet from flying over the White House. To facilitate this, they have radars and infrared sensors which detect unwanted movements miles away from the mansion, on land as well as the sky. Needless to say, the house has bulletproof windows and strong walls. Even their iron fence is strong enough to withhold the impact of any car fathomable. Number 3. Buckingham Palace. Known as one of the most secure locations in the world and also a popular tourist spot with a very rich history, there are very few in the world who have not heard about Buckingham Palace in London. What you might not know is that it is one of the most secure places in existence and has a very tight and rigorous security. Nothing gets past them. Even though there is minimum technological input to secure the place, the manual contribution is definitely impressive. They have a famous ring guard system. The guards follow a ring-around system where each guard rings another and secures the palace. The police close the roads after the visiting hours and guard the no-go area to make sure everything goes smoothly. To ensure that no guard slumbers, they each have a guard guarding the other. Say, Guard A mans Guard B, who is guarded by Guard C, and this is how a chain is formed. Number 2. Maximum Security Mansion. The name of this mansion is not quite pretentious as it seems. It is literal. The Maximum Security Mansion in Evergreen, Colorado is definitely very heavily protected. The name of the house isn't misleading. If anything, it is a subtle warning to the burglars. The property, occupying 32 acres of land, has a security system worth $6 million. The entire space has multiple cameras installed in every corner, whose live footage can be seen on an iPhone with access to the application. The only things required are the login details and the consent of the security team. The property has an impressive thermal imaging system by which any prints left behind can be checked and recognized within 20 minutes, so beware if you break and enter into this house. You might not get far. With the super sensors all over the house speaks for itself and lets everyone know about anything, from a bathroom flood to a kitchen fire, accidental or intentional. Number 1. KRONSTADT Fort Alexander I. KRONSTADT Fort is also known as the Plague Fort. Russians are known to be unpredictable. The whole point behind building this fort was to keep unwanted people away from St. Petersburg in Russia. It was built to protect St. Petersburg along with other Imperial Russian soldiers and scientists researching the plague cure. It floats on water, and the architect ensured the security of the place so much so that to this day it still lies in abandon. 5,535 12-meter-long piles dig deep into the ocean to hold the fort against wild waves, pirates, and enemies. These piles are made of multiple layers: sand, concrete, and granite. There are nearly 40 forts in the vicinity, and amongst them, KRONSTADT Fort Alexander I is the most secure. There have been futile efforts to take over the fort, but people have given up on spending their time and energy bothering about it because the fort is just too secure. Although it is abandoned now, it is not a good idea to make a day trip to this fort either. We hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.